Namaste students, खुश रहो बेटियों. Today's our topic is judicial authority under obligation to refer the parties for arbitration. The Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996 supplants the Arbitration Act 1940. In the 1996 Act, intervention by courts was limited so that the object behind speedy justice could be well achieved. To further the aforesaid objective, the 1996 Act harbors many provisions. Section 8 of the 1996 Act denotes one such provision which provides for limited judicial intervention and furthers the objective by directing the parties to get involved in arbitration on the basis of the arbitration agreement. In domestic arbitration, the usage of Section 8 application in the courts have spirated over the years. This piece provides an in-depth analysis of Section 8 of the 1996 Act by focusing on the judicial precedents. A condition precedent stipulated under Section 8. Section 8 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996 is peremptory in nature. It provides that a judicial authority shall, on the basis of the arbitration agreement between the parties, direct the parties to go for arbitration. It also enlists conditions precedent which need fulfillment before a reference can be made as per the terms of the 1996 Act. P. Anand, Gajapati Raju and others versus PVG Raju and others, while iterating the periphery of Section 8 of the 1996 Act, the Supreme Court said that the conditions which are required to be satisfied under subsection 1 and subsection 2 of Section 8 before the court can exercise its powers are: 1. There is an arbitration agreement. 2. A party to the agreement brings an action in the court against the other party. 3. Subject matter of the action is the same as the subject matter of the arbitration agreement. 4. The other party moves the court for referring the parties to arbitration before it submits his first statement on the substance of the dispute. The language of Section 8 is peremptory. The following factors are to be considered before entertaining an application under Section 8 of the 1996. First question to be analyzed is whether it can be made applicable to civil dispute. The Supreme Court, while answering the aforesaid question in H. Srinivas Pai and others versus H.V. Pai and others, said that the Act applies to domestic arbitration, international commercial arbitration and conciliation. The applicability of the Act does not depend upon the dispute being a commercial dispute. Reference to arbitration and arbitrability depends upon the existence of an arbitration agreement and not upon the question whether it is civil dispute or commercial dispute. There can be arbitration agreement is non-commercial civil dispute also. Next question which might arise in the stepwise analysis of Section 8. Is is whether the validity of the arbitration clause can be disputed before the court in front of which an application for reference is made. The answer or to the question be said was laid in the negative by the Supreme Court in Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited versus Pink City Midway Petroleum. The court in the case held that if the existence of the arbitration clause is admitted in view of the mandatory language section 8 of the Act, the courts ought to refer the dispute to arbitration. The Supreme Court, while raising a presumption for the validity of an arbitration clause in an agreement, Section 8 further mandates that the subject matter of the dispute is the same as the subject matter of the arbitration agreement. While articulating on the prerequisite, the Supreme Court in Sukanya Holdings Private Limited versus Jayesh S. Pandya and others, the relevant language used in Section 8 is in a matter which is the subject matter of an arbitration agreement. Court is required to refer the parties to arbitration. Therefore, the suit should be in respect of a matter which the parties have agreed to refer and which comes within the ambit of arbitration agreement. Thank you so much.